seated next to Peter. And so let's chat to him. Peter?
Leanne, thanks very much indeed. Now, most of us are going to be voting on Wednesday, local government elections billed for the 3rd of August. But for one reason or another, not everybody is going to be able to arrive on that day. So a special voting process is actually underway today and tomorrow for those that will not be able to. And to find out a little bit more about who can qualify for these special votes, and we know that 740,000 people across the country applied, and something in the order of 719,000 people will be voting today and tomorrow in special votes. The Independent Electoral Commission Deputy Chair is Tselane, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about these. Thanks very much for joining us on the program. Okay, so tell us a little bit about special votes. What are they and why are they necessary?
Essentially, special votes, it's for those individuals who on the day of the elections will not be able to go to the voting stations where they are registered. So in order for us to be able to cater for those individuals, we provide for a particular period within which they can apply. And once they've applied, the CO then approves their application. And then, then our officials are able to attend to them. Now, there are two categories of such people. The first category are those people who are largely infirm, and those will be visited today from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
When you say infirm, what do we mean?
It basically means that the person who is not able to walk to the voting station.
Okay.
You know, so at the time when you apply, if you are on crutches or you bedridden, you are at the hospital or you are old age home, we provide you with an opportunity to take part in this process by our officials visiting you. So that is what is going to be happening today. And from tomorrow, we will be opening all our voting stations, and the remaining 400,000 people will then be going to our voting stations where they will be able to cast their votes. Today, we are not opening our voting stations. It is only for the purpose of people to be visited in their place of residence.
And that's in the order of about 300,000 across the country?
Yeah, it's about 315,000.
Okay, so for the ones tomorrow, these are people who are not infirm, but we're not going to be in their district on Wednesday, and so they have to apply in advance. And so if you are not in your district and you didn't apply, you can't vote.
I think this is very, very important, because some people think that just because a person is infirm, and there are individuals who may have applied from an old age home to be visited. They think that once the officials of the organizations are there, then everyone at that place would actually be catered for. No, in terms of our processes, it is only those individuals who have applied for special votes who will be catered for.
So if you haven't got a confirmation by now, then you don't try and get into this process. Is there a way that people can check whether they're registered for a special vote?
All people who have applied for special votes have been sent SMSs, and they know that they would have qualified for participation as special votes participants.
All right. And again, security of these votes, take us through the process. You're going to go to people's homes, then what happens?
Our officials have already secured place of safe custody. So immediately after this, they will take those ballot papers, make sure that they go to those places that have been identified for that purpose. We don't want to reveal a lot about this because we want to make sure that there is no security breach in terms of our processes. But we had to emphasize this issue to all our officials to say, we don't want any security breach, we don't want anything that will go wrong with the special votes, because if anything goes wrong with special votes, then it will give an impression that there is something irregular with our processes. So our officials understand that they've got to run this process with integrity and with professionalism.
Okay, fantastic. Terry, we're going to speak to you quite a lot, I'm sure, over the next few days, but thank you very much indeed for joining us and explaining the special votes story. Okay, so that's it. If you are infirm and unable to go to a voting station, today's your day. the IEC officials will come to you, but that's if you're registered, and we'll give you all of that story and those details during the course of the broadcast. And then tomorrow, those are the people that couldn't be at their districts on the day on Wednesday. That's your opportunity. So the voting stations are not going to be open tomorrow, so don't even bother. Today, so don't bother going today. Okay, right, Leanne?